very closely with my editor, and once they decide to, I think most publishers are probably this way, once they decide to publish your book, you work very closely with an editor, and you really need to have a very one-on-one, you need to get along.
Right.
The editor that I had, we were just so in sync. I mean,
So you hit it off, basically.
You have to, the editor has to understand what you're trying to get across as a writer, because if they don't.
Who picked the title?
The title I did.
You picked the title.
I've had the title.
Is that unusual? I think that's unusual.
You know what? I was so lucky that they decided that they loved the title, because I didn't know, because the publisher has a say of the title, and the author.
Absolutely.
The author really doesn't have a say in the title. I mean,
So
they may
that's
think
pretty
they do, but they really don't.
Sure, especially a first time or beginning author.
Right.
To come out and actually them to take your title, that's pretty
And I've
interesting.
had this title in my mind, I mean, for years, I mean, probably for 15 years, ever since the idea was germinating in my head. I always knew I wanted to call my first novel Silicon Secrets.
Great, great.
So-
Now the actual cover is interesting too, because it's green for money, obviously, right?
Very good.
Thank you. There's a Silicon Valley, there's zeros and ones, which are the
Right.
digits, and then you got a Silicon chip, although this book's more about software company, I think, than chips.
Yes.
And a kiss, of course, because it's a real passionate love story. So it's
Thank
pretty
you.
interesting. Who did the cover? It's
The
really
cover
nice.
was done by Eric Coker. He's a graphic design artist, and the publisher had asked me for my ideas on the cover, and I submitted some ideas, and thank goodness the artist, he just nailed it, and his idea was completely his ideas, and
Very nice idea.
he just did a fabulous job.
Maybe we get this on the camera someplace so we can actually see it.
It was
Well, hold it
actually
just about right here so they can actually
this
see
was
it.
actually, and you're right, green is for for money, and then this part right down here was actually something that he had in his office, and he took it and scanned it.
See, great.
And then the lipstick is actually, I don't know. If I should
Digitized
tell
probably
this.
from someone, right? The perfect lipstick.
It's
His girlfriend's probably.
his wife.
Oh, his wife. That's even better. That's even better.
She was going to work one day, and he said to her, "Dear, do you mind?" He handed her a piece of paper, and he said, "I hope you just mind me telling this story."
Have you told before? Maybe he does.
And he handed her a piece of white paper, and he said, "Honey, could you?" And he handed her a tube of lipstick, and he said, "Could you put some lipstick on and just kiss this piece of paper?" And so she did. And that's
great.
how the lips came about. But the cover, I had no idea. The cover was just a complete surprise. Waiting for the cover was really difficult because I had no idea. I had
Well,
no
it's
idea, and
Normal
the
Kline.
publisher kept telling me, "Don't worry,
And
it'll
the
be
cover is
fine.
important. If you're
It's
looking
gonna
at
be great."
books, the
You know,
cover is something
just
that's important. Yeah.
take our word for it. We know what we're doing, and I'll never forget the day it finally, it finally came. It came by email, and as it was opening, and I could see the top, coming and open, and I just got so excited. It was just, I think it captures the essence of the book.
Right. Now,
very well.
I think more than the cover catches the essence of the book. I think the back. I think this was written by your son. And
The back of the, yes, the blurb in the back was actually written by my.
It's done very well, actually. I read it.
Thank
he
you.
did a
By
good
my
job.
eldest son, and he actually had never read the book when he wrote this.
Oh, when he wrote it, he never read it.
No,
I'd
but
be
he knew the
surprised.
story very well. I think hearing me talk about it, he
Sure.
knew the story frontwards and backwards very well, and he just he did an excellent job. I had sort of written out a rough draft, and he said, "Mom," and I was struggling with it. And he said, "Mom, let me help you with that." And he's a very good writer, and he just wrote it, and he did a great job, and I'm really grateful to him
Well,
for that.
we're going to go into the guts of the book without giving any secrets away. We're going to go into some of the character building and the storylines of the book because we have two audiences here. One, people who've actually read the book, and one, those that haven't. So we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to get back and we're going to talk about the guts of the book.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. We'll be right back.
Thanks.